standing atop this very tall building, looking out across Rome and seeing all of the history that exists, between the modern history and the ancient history that's mixed into the culture. Like that was awe and wonder that I was experiencing in that moment, and that's an important human experience to really feel and cherish, right? Like that's a good thing to do, but at the same time, the reason why I was feeling that was very specific to myself. It was very specific to the place that I was in, and it was very specific to my own brain chemistry. And I shouldn't judge other people for not feeling that when standing on that exact spot. That
So, yeah, you shouldn't, but that's not because it's just completely and utterly and absolutely subjective and nothing else. Like, no. Like, so if you're a realist about beauty, let's say, then these things are really real and they deserve our response, whether we make those responses or not. Let's say that children who are endearing, or old men who are venerable and wise, like, if those things, those values are real, it requires that I respond to them in an appropriate way, that I do find children endearing. Right? Now, if I don't make that response, that's on me. And I have to adapt, just like, you know, because it's a real quality of the world. Like, if gravity is a certain way and I jump off a building, if I don't respond to the reality of gravity, then that's on me. Like, I will suffer those consequences. I mean, they're not as serious consequences as that, not responding to children's endearment or the the the, the veneration of old men or so on, but they're just as real, says the value objectivist.
that's all that we're saying. That we have personal experiences, and that those experiences are logical reasons.
Then has its reasons, which reason knows nothing of. We know the truth not only by reason, but by the heart. While it's true that our emotions and intuition can't always be trusted, there is no reason to throw it away completely.
Atheists don't advocate for throwing away your emotions completely or being
Of course they don't.
purely analytical in your.
But here's the thing, like, he's like, here, ironically, he's speaking for all atheists, even though he's not all atheists. There you go again. Why are you speaking for everybody if you're not everybody? Um, are you the bullhorn for all atheists? Like, you represent all atheists? Probably not, because here's the thing with atheists, they are notoriously difficult to categorize because they have nothing that unites them other than they don't believe in God. So atheists are notoriously difficult to categorize because it was said to me once, a very clever way, that it's like herding cats. Herding cats. Like, you can't herd cats, right? The idea that, yeah, there's nothing that unites atheists other than their denial of something. That's like trying to say, let's categorize all the people who hate, I don't know, uh, Palak Paneer, and categorize them like into some uniform group, like the Indian dish Palak Paneer. Like, you're not gonna get any unity out of that other than the people all have this unity with respect to they don't like this. So then notoriously, yet you have somebody here saying, well, not all atheists, we all think that, well, you can't, bud, you can't. I can talk to you directly, specifically as one atheist, but you can't really categorize all atheists.